Hey friends, I've missed everybody. I skipped Friday and I've been doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it felt really weird, although I was not feeling well. So I felt like I had a good reason to take a break, and I'm on my break, so I'm giving myself a break. But there's just something, I don't know what it is. I get this pressure, I'll call it like a psychic pressure because it's in my mind, maybe in my soul too, when I don't make these videos regularly, and then as soon as I make one, I feel relief. Very bizarre. I don't know if that's part of a calling or what. If you are a YouTube content creator, please let me know if that's something that happens to you as well, because it's just a strange phenomenon that happens to me with this. So I just woke up not too long ago, so I'm probably gonna kind of whisper, even though there's no one around me but my cats. It just feels like I'm easing into the morning, but I just felt compelled to make a video about solo traveling because some of us do it, some people don't, and that's okay. And I just have a lot of thoughts about it. And if you're a solo traveler, I'd love to hear from you, some tips, tricks, and where you've been, what you recommend, so many things. Because now with the internet, I feel like it makes things like that so much easier, right? We have so much information right here. So I guess I'll start with well, actually, it's funny when I make these videos, you guys have probably noticed if you've been watching them, and I have almost 300, by the way, that I tend to think I'm going to start in one place and I pause and then I kind of rewind. I don't know what that is about my brain that does that either. And my YouTube anniversary is coming up, so I'll have to do a special video for that in January. So I'm getting close to my 800 subs. I've got, gosh, I'll be very close to 300 videos. If not, this is the 300th video, maybe 299. 6 years, so a lot of things, and I'm still trying to grow. Some people just have like 2 months worth of videos and they've got millions of subscribers. I don't know how they're doing it, but that's amazing for them. Kudos to them for figuring it out faster than I. So I guess I'll start with switching gears. I'm going to be taking a trip here soon. I don't know how much I should say. I feel like I'm gonna keep the location and the dates just ambiguous for safety reasons and just because. And then I'll either film while I'm there or I'll talk about it afterwards. I think my experiences there, because I have some reasons for going, and so, but I don't know. Very ambiguous. I know. And normally I would love to just share and overshare. Oh no, storage is low. Okay, gosh, I hate when it does this. So give me a second. I'm gonna actually delete some videos and see if that helps. And then I will be right back. All right, I'm back. So as I was saying, I am taking a solo trip. This will be my second solo trip ever. And I'm actually really nervous about it for some reason. I get really anxious right before these things. But my first solo trip was actually abroad to London. And because I have been wanting to go to England for the longest time, it was on my bucket list. I love so many things about British culture. Actually, it's part of my DNA. I have a little British in me. And I love all the music that comes from England, all the art that comes from England, the writing, the acting. Just as somebody that's a creative, I just was so inspired by British culture, and I said, I've got to go there. And so I did in 2023. It was November of 2023. I decided I was just going to take a trip by myself, and I think I was dating someone at the time, but he had actually lived abroad in England already, so he's like, I've already been there. So you know it's not your person, guys. If somebody's like, they don't want to take a trip with you somewhere that's really special to you, say la vie. But that's okay. He ended up breaking up with me like shortly after I got back on my birthday, around my birthday. But that's not what this is about. So I was glad I went by myself, because then I didn't have those memories tied to an ex-boyfriend. So there's a pro to going solo traveling if you're someone single or you're just dating someone and you're not married or something like that. Your memories are yours alone. But that's also something I find that's hard with solo travel. I like to share experiences with somebody special to me because otherwise it feels like, did it really happen? Even though you may have the videos and you may have the pictures, you think, gosh, it's kind of neat to turn to somebody and see how they're experiencing it and how they're enjoying it as well. It just doubles the fun, right? But there's something to be said about doing something on your own and going on an adventure and seeing things you want to see, because I wasn't confined to someone else's schedule or what they wanted. So I was able to focus mainly on theater stuff as a theater person. So I was able to go see Shakespeare's Globe and do a tour and see a show there. And it wasn't like I had somebody there griping the whole time, like, oh, that's old theater stuff. And I was in heaven. And I was able to go to the National Theater, which thankfully I found out about over the pandemic because they were posting on YouTube free shows and they were incredible. I thought, if I ever go to England, I'm going to the National Theater. And so that was something, again, on my bucket list that I was able to check off. Same with Shakespeare, the Globe. My two favorite things there, seeing shows at those places, just, oh, be still my heart. But also getting to walk around and see Big Ben. I got to see Westminster Abbey. I got to eat some fish and chips. And a proper English breakfast, which I realize is not for me. I don't like peas. They're all about their peas. So it was nice, and I could do things at my own pace. I'm somebody, even though this was a shorter trip, so I tried to cram in as much as I could. I usually don't like to cram so much and force, and I like to relax and rest at times. And so when you're with someone else, they have things they want to see and do, and they have their energy level, and you have to make those compromises. And trust me, I was so scared before I went on that plane. I had the biggest anxiety. It wasn't an attack, I wouldn't say, but I just had a lot of anxiety. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if I get there and I get off the plane and I just freeze and I don't know where to go, what to do. But I was okay. I was fine. And thankfully, this is an English-speaking country, so I didn't have that barrier. I give kudos to people that go somewhere and they don't speak the language or they barely speak the language. That's a whole nother layer of complexity that I'm not quite ready to tackle yet, but hopefully I'll get there soonish because I would love to go to other places outside of English-speaking countries. But people were friendly. Everything worked out beautifully. And even as a female solo traveler, I felt very safe in London. Maybe it was where I was at. The only scary moment was some man yelling in the streets in the middle of the night, "I am the devil!" He kept saying it over and over again. I was thinking, yeah, oops, I kicked my tripod. I was thinking, yeah, you probably have some demonic spirits in you. I'll pray for you from afar. But that was it. He was harmless and he was far enough away. And you could hear other people laughing in the streets, listening to him just going on. Who knows? Probably some drugs involved. But I actually felt safer there than when I had been to New York with a group of improv friends, and that was scary when seeing fights break out in the middle of the street and things like that. Oh, I don't know if I could live in New York. Even though I used to want to as a kid so bad. I had a poster on my wall, with a skyline. But I don't know. I can't see myself there anymore. So it was really cool getting to go there, and I'm so glad I went. And I know it's costly, of course, to travel, so I don't get to do it as often. I would love to travel all the time, but I kind of have to save up chunks and then take a trip and then take a break and then save up. So while I'm taking this trip, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I would love to do another one in spring break, but I'm thinking, oof, my I don't know how my wallet's gonna feel about that when I could be, putting that money elsewhere. Like I probably should be investing and getting a new car, and I would love to buy a house, things like that. Practical adult things, right? But I love the experience of seeing new things and experiencing new things and cultures and people. So I don't want to rob myself of that because we don't know how much time we have on this planet, right? So it's nice if you like to travel to get to do it. So I don't have extensive solo travel experience. This will be interesting, my second time, and I won't be going abroad this time. I'll actually be in the United States. So it should feel easier, but for some reason my anxiety is high again. I'm still I'm still thinking about everything. I'm trying not to forget things, or I'm trying to think about all these. I'm trying to prepare. And this could be from a psychological personality standpoint, my introverted intuition trying to think ahead a million steps to make sure I don't miss anything or mess up anything. But yeah, I've been nervous. At night, especially tossing and turning, just thinking about everything. But I'm excited too because I think this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Um, so yeah, so solo travel. I hope everybody's well. Um, I know a lot of people are sick. I mean, I feel like thankfully I had a Z-Pack, some antibiotics, so I just finished those. So I should be pretty much on the mend now, knock on wood. um, and I guess I'm gonna post this Monday. So a week of break left, which it's been nice to relax, but it's weird not being around people consistently. But it's also been nice. Like I took a day um, where I could have done some peopling, and I wanted to. I wanted to go out, support a friend at their comedy show, but I wasn't feeling great. My stomach was hurting from the antibiotics, and so I said, I'm gonna just not people today. I'm gonna just give myself a break. But it's weird, even just a day of not peopling, even though I feel like I needed that, I'm kind of sad that I'm not around people. It's very weird. It's like when I'm around people, I'm like, oh, I'd like to be home. But I think I just, as an extrovert, I need it in like smaller doses, maybe. So strange. But I do a lot of my own, so I feel like an introvert these days. But I love you guys. I hope you're well. If you haven't subscribed and you like it here, don't forget to click that button. Maybe you forgot. Maybe that's why my count's so low, because I don't remind people that it's there. But anyway, working on it. 1K subs, I'll go live, unless I go live sooner, which I may. I should. I really should. I keep thinking I should do that. But I just got to figure out a time that would work, and I'm ready for that. And now I'm just rambling because I miss everybody, and it feels like you guys are here with me. But I love you. I send you so much love. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next one.